Alright guys, welcome back here. Today we're looking at what battlegrounds are and how you run those and the rewards that you get from them. So the first thing that I want to point out here is down your bottom right corner we've got your alliance events that are going to show you that you have a battlegrounds alliance event that runs for a month, and from here you get different points. You get these points by using your elders marks, using energy, just pretty much doing any kinds of the events, getting lots of points. When you use the elders marks, you get a lot more points, like very significant more points. You can get those elders marks by spending money or just by playing battlegrounds. You get them unlocked doing that. The rewards that you're looking at here are, again, these elders marks right here that you'll get as an alliance at 300,000, 600,000, and so on. As you go through here, you get 200 at each one of those benchmarks. You also get 2,100 of these trophy tokens that are going to be able to be spent in the shop to buy different things there. And that is another thing that goes up and down. So the first couple ones are pretty low, but as your alliance progresses, you'll get more points there. That's what we're focusing on this week. So if we jump into battlegrounds here, we are looking at two different options. Once she loads up, you're going to click on Play Now. Once you click on Play Now, you've got two different options. You can either use energy to start the match, or you can use your tribute, that is your elders marks. You're going to get a lot more points doing that. So whenever you have those available, I would strongly encourage you to use those. Right now, I've got enough to spend. I currently have 119, so I've got one more round of those that I can use, so I'm going to go ahead and use those. So you click on it, you'll be able to pick from your deck here. If you have not created a deck, it's going to ask you to create a deck first. So you click on your champion deck here, and you can create more than one deck. You click on decks here, you can unlock them using units, or you can just have one. That's all that I do, is I just use my one deck, and you can pick which champs you have on, which champs you have off. I suggest you have a good mix of defensive champs and offensive champs. You want to use your higher ranked champs when you're doing this, so that you can get just have better matchups when you're doing these fights. It does not allow you to put duplicate champs in. So if you put a 6-star Corvus in, it's not going to let you also put a 5-star Corvus in, that kind of thing. You've got a clear deck button and a save and close button here to get out. I've already created my deck, so I'm going to go right ahead and jump in. So I'm going to offer my tribute. You choose your deck. If you only have one deck, you only have one deck to choose from. If you use those units to unlock a second deck and create a second deck, that is totally your choice. It allows you to put a victory shield on here, which protects you from losing tokens once you have won them. Right now I don't have any tokens for the round, for the level that I'm at, so I'm not going to use that. I might use it the farther that you get in, when you get into bronze 1, when you get into the gold levels, that kind of thing, you'll use them then. So I'm going to click find opponent. It's going to search for an opponent for a while until it finds one. It could take, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 20 seconds usually is, I think, the highest I've really seen it go. And then it'll find your opponent. You've got 10 seconds to click accept. So I go ahead and click accept here. Then you're going to go through picking champs from your deck, and that's going to allow you to pick who you're going to use to fight against the person that you're fighting against. You get to first ban your opponent from using specific champs, but once you ban them, you also cannot use that champ. So if you've got a really good Doom in your deck, and you want to use him, you can't ban him from the other person's deck without banning him from yours also. So I'll pick champs that I usually don't have, that I also don't want to fight. So I'm going to pick those two. I'm also going to pick Havoc because I'm not a huge fan of fighting him. And then I'm going to, oh, I did not click lock-in champs. Oh, it still worked. Okay, so those were the three. You want to click lock-in champs to make sure that your champs get banned. Then you're going to take turns picking with the opponent here to pick which champs are going to be on your team for this battle. So I must have picked Warlock right away on accident. I don't remember clicking on him. So I'm going to pick different champs here. You want to have a good mix again of defensive and offensive champs. So I'm going to pick Magneto as a defensive champ. planning to use Warlock and Black Widow as offensive champs. You pick 7 champs total. So I picked 3 so far. It has me pick 2 at a time up until the end here. So Magneto, APOC, Hitmonkey, those are all my defensive champs. I like to use Hitmonkey as a defensive champ. So now I've got my 7. They're going to pick one more champ there, and then they'll have their 7. And then the next step now is we're going to match up our champs against each other. So first I'm going to pick a champ that I want to defend for me. So I'm going to start with Hitmonkey as my first defender here. Then they pick their defender for their team. And he's starting with APOC. So now I'm going to pick a counter to that. Who do I want to use to fight APOC? And I'm going to start with a Warlock. Then the other person will pick who they want to attack against my Hitmonkey. And now we're both going to fight at the same time. And this fight, at the end, they're going to compare scores. And it's a best of 3. So you get 3 rounds to take 2 out of 3 against them. And then you'll get your stats and rewards at the end there. So if you want to skip through this part of the video, this is just going to be the fighting part here, and then we'll take a look at what happens at the end of the fight. Alright, then once the fight's over, we're going to compare our fighting stats to the opponent's fighting stats here to decide who the winner was for this first round. And it looks like I won because I had more attack health left when I won. It compares your health, it compares the defender's health, and it compares how much time it took you to complete that fight. So those are the 3 things that it looks at each round. You do a best of 3 between the 2 of you. At the end of that, you get your points towards the alliance event. You also get points towards an individual event that will get you some different rewards on that side of things. We'll go through one more fight here, hopefully win this one, and then I will show you what those rewards look like at the end. The nice thing about Battlegrounds is that it only takes you a couple minutes here to do a round of it. And once you're done, like, you just need to get your 2 goals done for the day. And then, or I think it's actually every 2 days. Once you have those missions done, you can take a couple days off from it and then come back to it in a couple days afterwards. So if you win your fight first or lose your fight first, if your fight finishes before the other person, you'll sit here and wait. You'll be able to see your score, but you won't be able to see the other person's score until they finish their fight, whether they lose or win. So you've got your attack health remaining. The max total is 15,000 there. Your defensive health remaining. If you win the fight, you get 30,000 points for that. If you lose the fight, it'll depend on how many points you get for that. And then the final stat is the fight duration. How long did it take you to win the fight? The max you can get for that is 15,000. So the faster you get your fight done, the more points you're going to get. Alright, so they won the fight, but they had not hardly any health left, and it took them a very long time to finish the fight. Therefore, I won that round as well. So since I won the first 2 rounds, I win the whole match. And what that's going to do is that's going to give me a victory token that's going to go under my name here on the next screen. It's going to give me a +1. I also finished one of my side quests there in winning one of those. I actually finished both of them. I'm completing 3 different battleground fights. So you'll see on under my name there, I've got that 1 token. If you lose, you also lose a token. And you have to get all of your tokens filled before you level up to the next position. So I'm at bronze 1 right now, and you would level up based on your wins and losses. So after bronze 1, I would go up to silver 3, gold 3, etc. And that's where those different rewards are. So I've already completed bronze 3. That gave me 400 different elders marks. I completed bronze 2. That gave me 400 different elders marks. I've completed bronze 1. That gave me 400 different elders marks as well. And that's going to give me those extra points. If you look at the solo events, you've got a solo event that has to do with battlegrounds as well. And that gives you your 6-star shards. Those are really nice, especially if you're newer to the game. You've got 500 6-star shards at each level up point here for the first 3 rounds. Then it jumps up to 750, and then it jumps up to 1,000, and continues to grow the farther that you do, the more that you do. There are also ranked rewards that go with that, just depending on where you finish ranked wise. The lower ranked ones usually just get some 6-star shards, and then the higher you get some sig stones to go with that. And then if you're top tier, you get some basic 6-star shards. Excuse me. And then some awakening gems if you get to the top tier. I don't think I will ever get that far. I'm just happy getting those 6-star shards though. So that is Battlegrounds for you. That's all you've got to do right there is just go through, play those 3 rounds or 2 rounds if you win or lose them right away. And you'll get those different goals unlocked. You also have these battlegrounds right here. This is where you get those extra trophy tokens. You claim those. Those can also be spent in the store, in the battleground store, where you've got lots of rewards in here that you can spend those victory tokens on. That's what we've got for today. Thanks for watching this video. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and